Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about finding and building your community. If you guys don't know much about my channel, it's all about self-sufficiency when it comes to the physical, finance, and spiritual health. And a big part of that is community. So, community is an interesting topic because a lot of what we do typically starts out doing something alone. How long can that last? Um, for people, maybe a long time. For some people, maybe not even a day, right? Because some of us can be overly reliant on people, but some of us can almost like isolate ourselves. Here's the thing though, right? Like if you could find a good community, if you could set up a great supportive community, it wouldn't hurt. And not only that, when it comes to times that you need help, times that you can't predict, times that maybe live in your blind spot, a community can be really, really important. Now, there are, lessons that I can speak about that have come from, pain. And a lot of that really just came from lack of self awareness. It's really, really hard to know when you're in the wrong place, when you can't see the details, when you are unaware of the red flags. And this video isn't really about like how to, be able to tell, but what I'm saying is that I've learned the hard way. And I also have learned what can happen when you have the right people around you. And so again, it can start from just knowing who you are, knowing your core values, knowing you want out of a community. For me, it's come in a very interesting way of kind of like leading and healing through leading. A lot of my community has come from service. So the people that I most rely on now have come from people that I've tried to be there for in times where they've needed help. And in return, they've been there for me when I needed help. And what I've also found really interesting is that I've also found purpose through my community. And there's so much that I yet have to do that I've barely scratched the surface when it comes to my purpose. So, like, for example, I am very, very passionate about going back to the Dominican Republic and going back to my original community and being there for them in a way that I never really knew I wanted to be there for them. And this has come through just having people be there for me. And I now want to go and be of service for my community back in the Dominican Republic. What I've also come to realize and learn and appreciate through community is my appreciation for land. So when I first got into personal development, I knew that I needed a network because if you do any research at all into personal development, you find out very quickly that, people speak about how network is really important. So I started to search for a team. I started to look for a network. And when I found that, you know, there were people that I could rely on and there were people that I can count on, little by little by little, it led me to my most fruitful, lesson when it comes to community. And it comes from this idea of like a commune, a village, if you will. There's this cool concept of essentially buying land and building a community of friends and family where you can grow your own food, provide for each other, and live off of the land. And that was something that never really came to my mind. Of course, I had visions of buying a house. I always knew that I wanted to buy land, but I couldn't really, see the vision so clearly. But from being there for other people and growing my business and having people then show up for me, I became wiser and more conscious of the things that truly were almost the rungs on a ladder of how you get there. And of course, I spend time on TikTok and Instagram, and there are videos of these people doing it themselves. And especially, how I got here. This reality that I'm now living came from someone in my network, multiple people in my network showing up for me and being able to provide such an amazing space. And the space that I'm on is quite a few acres of privately owned land. And on that land, you have a family that is able to take care of each other. And they've been living on this land for 25 years. And it's very, very inspiring. It's very, very eye opening of what that can mean and what that could do for a team of people. And it, again, helps you build a really strong community. Again, it was never something I could visualize, but now that I'm here, it makes so much sense. And it's interesting, right? Because it all came from a place of service, and it all continues to be a vision, and I believe it will end in a place of service. So, is there a lot of bad out there? Yes. Are there a lot of lessons that are learned the hard way? Yes. I personally believe that those are all tests to make you stronger, because keeping a community together is not easy. One of our core values in my company is courage and empathy, and courage being one of having a difficult conversation. You know, there are many things that we hide from that can inevitably ruin relationships. I've done it multiple times. I've seen it being done multiple times. So when it comes to building a really strong community and finding a strong community, it's not just a straight path. It's a path of learning about yourself and learning who you truly are, and also learning about your shadow. And many people avoid that conversation. Many people don't even know that it's a conversation at all. But it's how you know you can truly count on someone. My first personal development book was The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and it spoke about how the difference between the East and the West, when it comes to the planet. And it speaks about how in the West, North America, South America, it's very like commonly rewarded to be liked. Whereas in the East, a place of, grit and hard work and, just, living off of the land, it's more commonly that you need to be trusted. And being trusted sometimes, most of the time, means saying what sometimes people don't want to hear. And so if you're looking to build a community, you're looking to find a community, you need to be prepared for those hard lessons. You need to be prepared for that discomfort. If you want to build a community in a company, if you want to build a community with a partner and build a foundation for a home, if you want to build an actual community and like buy land and invite friends over, you got to be ready for what it means to truly lead and to truly be a pillar of sustainability, safety, and a place of trust. It's not easy, but it's totally possible. It's totally worth it. And it can not only change your life, it will change the lives of the people in it. And you will just be a pillar of abundance. You will be a pillar of the future, because this is how we got here. We were villages and communities of people that survived and pushed through and persevered. So it's really, really beautiful when you think about it. It's very, very hard when it comes to execution, but it's so, so worth it. What I'd like to say is that, some of us don't even think that we're worth it or that we're deserving of a community. But again, that's just more work to do on yourself. It's really quite beautiful how, regardless of what you think about yourself, the world will naturally push you towards a path of growth and a path of self-understanding. So regardless of where you are in your journey, I hope you understand that you were destined to be part of a strong community. How you get there, when you get there, that's really up to you. It's not something that you'll ever be forced to do, but it is something quite beautiful if you surrender to it. So I hope this video gives you warmth, and I hope it gives you hope, because it's so true, and I really do believe it. And hopefully you can be part of this community, because that's exactly what we try to do here and what I'm trying to foster in this channel. I am going to start car camping in a few weeks and living out of my car, connecting with many different people and going on adventures and pursuing my dream of buying land and building my community. So if that's something you want to be a part of and you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. If you like this video, please like it. And if you have any thoughts that you'd like to share, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear back from you because this too is also a community. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.